So today, I'm super excited to launch Helios, the industry's highest performance AI rack. Now, Helios is built to train and run the most demanding frontier models in the world at massive scale. And I have a lot of show and tell for you. So for those of you who know me, you know that I love holding up chips. I call myself sometimes the Vanna White of chips. But it turns out with Helios, there are lots and lots of components. And so you can see these are the chips inside the Helios rack. These are the Instinct. Thank you. So this is Instinct, EPYC, and then the Pensando chips for networking that are inside each rack. And every one of these chips is part of the system. So MI455 is the engine. It's the highest performance GPU in the industry. Venice, which drives it, is the world's fastest CPU cores. And Pensando DPUs and NICs actually connect them with leadership programmability and scale-out bandwidth. So I have a few more props to show you. Let's kind of take a look at how these things fit into the overall system. So first, this is now the MI455 accelerator, which is mounted on what we call an enhanced accelerator module, or EAM. It's a production module that goes into Helios, and it is much more than the GPU package. The EAM actually integrates the GPU, memory, power delivery, high-speed interfaces, system management, cold plates for liquid cooling, all into one compact, serviceable module. Pretty cool, right? Now, if I just give you some of the specs, we're talking about 320 billion transistors. This is built with TSMC's leading 2-nanometer and 3-nanometer process technology. And most importantly, it brings together nearly a decade of AMD chiplet innovation. So it allows us to combine 12 compute and I/O chiplets with 432 gigabytes of memory, all connected by leading industry 3D chip stack packaging. And I can say for sure, it's the highest performance AI accelerator in the industry. Okay, so this is the CPU board that's inside the Helios compute tray. And I'm going to talk a lot about CPUs later. But just to give you a high-level view, it's high-speed 96-core EPYC processor, DDR5 memory, all the I/O that's needed to feed the GPUs, all in a single motherboard. And we also have our Selena DPU. This is a critical part of the networking infrastructure, and it really allows us to deliver both front end as well as the scale out and scale across bandwidth overall. And this is our Vulcano AI NIC. And you can see this actually allows us to really have up to 6 Vulcano NICs on a board, and it uses the Open Ultra Ethernet standard. So each Helios compute tray includes 2 of these Vulcano boards, and that allows us to have the scale out and scale up networking overall. So you put all that inside the rack, and we have an additional 6 dedicated networking trays that handle the scale up networking. And those are all connecting 75 GPUs together with UA-Link over Ethernet with silicon from our partners. And that's what we mean by an open ecosystem. So when you bring this all together, I want to say Helios is simply the best AI rack in the world. Now, let's take a look at some numbers. Clearly, it's a very competitive world out there. So when you compare Helios to the competition, we're delivering 15% more compute, 50% more HBM4 memory capacity and memory bandwidth, and 50% more scale-out bandwidth. And what that means is that every Helios can deliver more performance for the largest models, more capacity for longer context, and the bandwidth to scale across thousands of racks. And now we can kind of come over here and take a look at another very large piece of hardware. This is now the production hardware that customers are deploying, and you can see more of that as you go through the exhibit center. And each one of these weighs more than 160 pounds and stands less than 2 inches tall. That's just an extraordinary amount of technology when you look at what's in one of these trays. And when you bring these things together, the numbers are just incredible. More than 18,000 CDNA 5 GPU compute units, over 4,600 Zen 6 CPU cores, and 31 terabytes of HBM4 memory, all in a single rack. That's what it takes to run agentic AI at scale. So today, I'm excited to announce that Helios is in full production. We have shipments on track to start at the end of the third quarter and ramping into the fourth quarter and the second half of the year. And I can tell you, customer demand for Helios is extremely strong. And we're extremely proud of the work that we have done across the leading AI labs to adopt Helios.